Hello, everybody, and welcome to the No Name Podcast. I'm here with your host, Tiz_Chip or Chip. Say hi, Chip.
Hey, gamers.
I'm here with Big Guy. Say hi, Big Guy.
Hello.
And myself, Red Skeleton _. And we're here to bring you a brand new spankadankin podcast called the No Name Podcast, which has already gotten a very good review. If you head over to our YouTube channel, link in the description, or if you're already here, you can leave your own little comment and get into the next video. Today's comment is by a Big Guy. Podcast very good. 10 out of 10. I like that. Simple.
Very simple.
How's everyone today?
A
Can I
little
talk
tired.
about the fact that I just got pissed all over my dog?
That's a story.
Wait, hold on. You pissed on your dog or the dog pissed on you?
No,
This is
the
very
dog-
important.
The dog pissed on herself.
Oh,
Okay.
But I'll let
Fancy.
everybody else say how they are.
I'm tired.
I'm tired. I'm always tired though. That's just a given.
Yeah.
But I am hyped for our 12-hour stream that we will be doing after this podcast.
That
Like
is
the
true.
description.
Probably not. No. This podcast is definitely up after our 12-hour stream. This was
But
recorded
if you're
on.
watching it,
If you're
if
currently
this
watching
podcast,
it,
go watch the VOD. So
go
for
watch the
views.
VOD. It'll be over on Big Guy's channel, Chip's channel, and my channel. Those links will be in the description, though. I'll tell you that. Well, gamers, we're here to obviously start up something new, something that obviously has never been done before.
Oh yeah, no, obviously.
There's no other
Never.
no-name podcast everywhere. Don't even
Ne-
look.
Nowhere.
Don't even try to look on
Don't
Spotify
look
or
up the name,
YouTube.
just click on the link.
Yeah,
Only
just click on the link. Just listen
Only
to
the
our
link.
podcast. We're the only no-name podcast out there.
We're the only
one,
podcast.
The only one that matters.
We copyrighted
Yeah,
the
we're
name
the only
podcast.
podcast in existence. We are the pioneers.
Well, either
Of
way,
course.
we're here and we're just gonna. What are we gonna do, guys? What's
We're
the
just gonna
plan?
hop right into it.
We're just gonna
I'm
hop
ask
right
a
in.
question.
A question.
This question is for Big Guy. Have you ever when you were a kid seen yourself as a streamer? Because so backstory, we're all streamers. We're all getting up there, a little bit of recognition.
Massive influencers.
Totally, millions of subscribers. When you were a kid, did you ever see yourself doing something like this?
You know, to be honest, I didn't really think about the possibility of streaming until about a year ago, and mainly because I grew up with Xbox, and I thought, well, that's kind of fine enough for me. But once I saw once I saw over 60 FPS, I knew I wasn't going back. So I invested everything into my computer. Also, because of COVID, you can't really do online school on an Xbox.
That's fair. That's fair. Red. The same question applies to you.
Well, I actually have been streaming far longer than you guys have, and I've been streaming
You're
ever
saying
since.
better than us?
No, in fact, you guys are technically better than me. Because you reached affiliate before I could ever do it. It took me 4 years to do it. It took you guys. Well, Big
I
Guy's
reached
actually.
affiliate, yeah.
Big Guy actually. Let me go off topic here for a minute. Big Guy is actually at the point where he could be reaching affiliate. He is only needing, what was it, 1.5 more average viewers?
Well, I
Mhm.
have 1.65 average viewers. I need 3 average viewers.
So he needs about roughly about 1.5 average viewers in order to reach his affiliate rank, because he's already reached his stream time and his follower goal of 50. So he's already off in a good start. Because when did you guys start streaming? I honestly kind of forget. I know Big Guy is less than 2 months.
Probably
I know.
the end of January, I think, is when I actually started consistently streaming.
I started streaming at the beginning of August
Okay.
of 2020.
And you reached your
Not
affiliate.
this year.
You reached affiliate in January, didn't you?
No, on the beginning of November, actually.
God damn.
So
Yeah,
did you
see-
start in the beginning or the end of August?
A beginning.
Okay,
So you were streaming for about
4 months.
September, 4 months, roughly.
November? August, September, October. Yeah, about 4 months, actually.
And that's pretty good for if we're going off of that, Big Guy in that sense is doing an incredible job because he's
I'm
already
just a
reached
gamer.
his goal. Chip, did you have a reason why you didn't reach affiliate? Like, what was like of the 4 reasons that there were? What was the one reason that you didn't reach it? Like
So
immediately.
I immediately,
Hmm.
um, I guess it was just time. Like I didn't really. I'm not gonna lie. I had the viewers and the followers. I just didn't have the stream time. Like I didn't have the hours yet.
Mm.
So as soon as
Well,
I like,
oh
go
no,
ahead.
you can keep going.
Oh, okay. Well, I did like an 8-hour stream one day. There's a story behind that stream one day. I don't know if I'll tell it, but and I was like just having kind of a pish push day, and I streamed for like maybe 4 or 5 hours, and I got 8 followers in that one stream.
Wow.
And I reached 50 followers. I already had the viewer average. And that stream pushed me over what I needed for hours too. So, and then
Hmm.
the next day I applied for affiliate.
Dang, that's
Hmm.
pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I was stuck on. I had all the followers. I had the stream hours for how much I streamed. I streamed an awful lot before I hit affiliate. I will admit I've definitely gone downhill on streaming, but hopefully here in the future it will also amp up because I've been working on stuff. Um, but I'd say my main reason why I didn't reach affiliate was because I just couldn't get the average view count, just like Big Guy. Except
Hmm.
I was stuck at 1 viewer for the longest time, and then I believe once that TikTok blew up out of nowhere, I reached affiliate because people started watching the stream a little bit more,
Hmm.
and then they stopped. But that's okay because that's what TikTok
Hey,
is.
Hmm. And yeah, this is the clip right here of the Red's TikTok that blew up.
If you have a version of Minecraft that will let you do it, please generate a world, but make the world type caves. Like go to options and make the world type caves. It is literally the coolest thing, in my opinion. So do that, please.
You know, I'll have to try that out. Huh. This is pretty interesting. I don't really know what to make of it. It just reminds me of the overworld just got covered with a bunch of caves. And there's lava. I give it a good old 7 out of 10.
It's, as you can see, it's not really that much. No offense, Red, but it's not all that. Like you didn't really do anything. He
No,
kind of
I
just showed
didn't.
off a Minecraft world and put a Wilbur song behind it.
Literally the
But I'm
Wilbur
really
Sit
happy
I
for
song.
haven't
it.
even watched it.
Good, keep it that way. It's nothing really that special, to be
I have
honest.
to watch it now.
I quite literally was at work one day and I was scrolling through TikTok and I saw this guy that was on my For You page and he was like, if you have Java Minecraft, try out this new amplified world that you can do. Basically, it was just like a caves. That's literally all it was. It just surrounded the whole map in caves.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
he was like, tell me how you think. And I was like, screw it, why not? So I saved the video on my phone and I went home. I maybe did this. Usually when I make my TikToks, they take me a couple hours to do just because I actually like editing my TikToks. But that one, I think it only took me about an hour to do altogether, recording and editing.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a very low
So
effort video that I was not proud of to get the popularity it did.
so
But
it
think
got
about
like
it. I mean,
how many
the
likes? Oh,
the
I mean, what?
videos that like this is I feel like this is consistent on YouTube. I'm not sure about TikTok because I don't really use TikTok, but that normally the videos that are slapped together get more views than the ones that are intricately put together and take longer.
No, it's
Just because
definitely
the
that
YouTube
way.
algorithm is just
sorry.
cringe.
TikTok is
It is
exactly the same
always
way.
pretty much
It's
like
always
that.
the low quality short videos that do the best.
It's like the ones that like I don't know if you guys know who Trisha Paytas is, but she's kind of
Yeah.
yeah. She did this one TikTok video. It was like questions for the gays, And then there's this one guy saying, "Okay, okay." And her first question was, "Would you care if your partner was bisexual?" He said, "I don't know, I'm not gay." And it got so many views.
Yeah. Actually, I'm looking at my TikTok right now. That video is 3,000 views away from hitting 100,000 views.
Holy crap.
Yeah, the video is currently at 245,000 likes.
And do you promote on your Twitch, or not on your Twitch, on your TikTok?
Yeah, after that video, well, I always did, but now I make sure of it. I can tell that that is the only video generally that gained popularity. My first 6 videos are what really have the most views, likes. Mainly because after people saw that video, they saw all my previous videos, and then I uploaded like 2 videos shortly after. Yeah, like the same. Yeah, like 2 of them are on the same day, and then another one is like the day before. So those ones got a bunch of views and likes as well.
Because you got a bunch of like new followers and stuff.
Yeah. Granted, I still do have about 5,500 followers, which is
Holy
still really
crap.
cool. Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
cool. But the videos just don't gain that much popularity. Like, for instance, I uploaded one a day or 2 ago. Yeah, a day or 2 ago. Basically just showing off my base in the SMP. That one I actually put work into, and it's not doing too hot, but those are the videos that I would rather. It's like that other one.
Because you put actual effort into them.
Correct. But that is like how Big Guy said. A lot of these YouTube videos and these TikToks are off of people who barely put any effort. A great example of this is if you go to YouTube, and I feel like Chip knows this person. Actually, no, you guys both do. Rambo, he posted a YouTube video of him spinning in a chair for about
for like 5 minutes.
For about 5
right?
minutes. Yeah.
Those of you who don't know, a couple weeks.
Ah, that's loud.
Well,
That's a lie.
also Ranboo.
Yeah. He got 3.1 million, no, 2.6 million views for spinning in a chair for 5.5 minutes.
It's really crazy to think about too, because like these people they're people. And I know some people like will look at that video and be like, "Oh my god." Some people will get just extremely upset. Other people will start to like hyperfixate and stuff. And we can't forget these are people.
Yeah,
Like,
teenagers
holy
for a fact.
Teenagers.
Like Rambo is 17 from what I've heard. He hasn't publicly admitted, but he's older
We
than
don't know,
Tommy.
though. Yeah.
He's older than Tommy,
Tommy.
but Tommy's only 17, and he's a
Tommy's
child still. He
17?
says, yeah, he just turned 7. But a big thing that I've noticed as well with Rambo's channel specifically is that the most popular videos are IRL videos. Me spinning in a chair for 5 minutes. A video of just him, 2.6. I built a chair, 3.1. Rambo bakes a cake, 1 million subscribers special, 3.3. Rambo
it
bakes some
forms a
cereal.
bond.
Yeah, it's just like,
There's a
the
human
bond.
on the other side, which boosts like, oh, people are gonna tend to drawn to videos that have a human face in them than not.
Yeah.
that is very true.
It's the same thing with Twitch. It's like you're more likely to get more views if you have a face cam.
That's very true.
Especially,
know-
especially if you're a YouTuber or a TikToker or just any content creator that shows their face but doesn't at the same time. If that like Rambo or Swagger Souls or people like that.
Keeping it a mystery.
Yeah. Basically, just poking and prodding at the people who crave satisfaction of seeing their face.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. Like with a lot of like YouTubers and stuff, some of them are like, "Yeah, showing my face is something I want to do. I mean, I want my viewers to know who I am." But with that comes like just especially for like the more popular YouTubers, just like the instantaneous recognition in public. Like look at Markiplier. How long has he been big on YouTube? Like 8 years, right?
Probably longer than that,
Since
honestly.
FNAF.
Yeah, FNAF's-
Exactly.
I think he was really popular before that as well.
Exactly.
But go on.
When he like reached his FNAF peak though, like king of FNAF,
Mhm.
which big guy he has been big way longer than FNAF since like Amnesia stuff. And but I can't imagine that guy going out in public and not getting swarmed by like multiple people like, "Hey, oh my god, aren't you Markiplier?" And I'm sure that some people have like, basic human decency and don't do that or like just stare. But you have to think, being ogled at, I don't know if I can't imagine I could like stand doing that.
Well, it's being a celebrity.
Oh, good thing I'm not a celebrity. Oh man.
I mean, Markiplier's biggest videos are off of FNAF, granted.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, that's a lie. His most popular videos are the ones where he literally just put his face over animals and said whatever they did, like
Yeah.
meow, woof, and moo.
Exactly. That's what we were talking
Exactly.
about earlier. How it's
The
basically
low
just a shit
effort.
post and it gets millions of views.
Exactly. Like, it's 56 seconds long of him saying meow in different ways. Minute 6 for saying woof in
YouTube's-
different ways. And moo.
YouTube's algorithm is
Such
like
a good video though.
It was.
Such a good video.
That was a great video. I still go back and watch it.
Me too. Just the serotonin immediately comes flooding in.
You guys want to talk about music and like what we're interested in?
Oh yeah,
I
sure.
like
I
that.
know. Yeah. You can go first, big guy.
Okay. Well, normally I like jazz. That's mainly all I listen to, like smooth jazz, swing, the whole 9 yards. I do listen to rock, some, not that much country. I'm not a big rap fan and R&B or pop. I'm just not. I'm an old person.
Feel an older person.
Yes,
Not even that.
exactly.
Your
You have an
back
old-
crackles.
Yeah.
It's so brittle and bare. Your spine
You
cannot
can't get out of
go
bed in the
another
morning
way.
sometimes.
Your medicine, it's too much to swallow.
Mm-hmm.
Your hospice lady comes in and checks on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's you're definitely an old spirit. I will definitely say that.
Yeah.
Well, seeing as I really like Bing Crosby and Frank Sinatra and Satchmo, those are pretty old people.
Fair. They are. And I know, like, you also like classical music, right? Because there's like because you are a band kid, and like I totally understand. I get like liking classical music then, because band do be poppin'. Like you said, one of your favorite pieces was Birdland, and yes, I agree. So yeah, you are definitely an old soul.
I would agree with that
Red,
statement.
what's your music taste like?
I definitely am I will listen to anything type person. I've grown up my whole life surrounded by music. I was quite literally raised in a music shop for a good couple years of my life. Which is very interesting.
Talk about
And
that.
Not even
Sure.
I knew about that.
so I wasn't actually even born where I live today.
You weren't
I was
born.
I was never born. I was just created. I just happened in a lab.
Fair.
But no, I was born in good old Colorado.
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 I'm a giraffe.
I'm a giraffe, that's for sure.
Colorado.
And my dad and my mom, they owned a little music out in Colorado. And for a good 2 to 3 years of my life, I sat under the counter in that music shop, under the cash register, waiting for, like, I was the prime reason that music buy stuff. Just to see me jamming out to the music that's playing in the store under the desk.
Aww.
My parents actually have videos of it, me just sitting under there with my eyes closed, just jammed to the top in my head. I would just chill under there for a good chunk of that. That was I don't remember anything about that, but it sounds like the life, in my opinion.
Yeah, it does.
But back to the original question. I like a little bit of everything but country. Country is something that I just cannot do anymore. I used to be able to listen to it a lot but I've been in the car with my mother way too much. to get to the same with rock and roll. I can't listen to rock and roll. That's my dad's favorite genre, and that's all they would listen to. They wouldn't like have a variety.
Hmm.
Me, on the other hand, I listen to a little bit of everything. My favorite genre at the moment, and it has been for a couple years now, is musicals. Not really a genre, but it's my favorite type of music.
Yeah.
Should like the Among Us musical.
No,
No.
that is a disgrace and should be burned under the pits of hell.
Have you heard the Heather soundtrack, or do you have Hanson?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've actually been in a few musicals at my school. I was a big theater kid in high school, and I was a big choir kid all of school. I started choir in first grade until my senior year.
I could see it.
And people definitely shit on you if you're a guy in that because they think you're in it for obviously the females. Which
no, you just had a beautiful voice.
I just like singing.
Do not talk about my son this way. He was not in it for that. No.
It was a benefit though.
Okay, never mind. Son, we're gonna have to have a talk after this podcast.
Other than that,
just so the audience knows, me and Red are older than Chip.
No, don't tell them that.
It's canon.
Not
Canon.
anymore.
Oh,
It's
not
also
anymore.
canon that they're both my sons.
Basically. Chip, how about you? Your music taste?
Oh man. Let me go through. I also listen to a little bit of everything. I know my music taste really fluctuates a lot. It like just moves around with whatever I'm feeling a lot. Like currently, in my recent activity on YouTube Music, I've got Holocaust, like Little Darky, White Tea by Corpse, Twin Size Mattress, The Front Bottoms, Freaking Out on the Interstate by Princeton Mari, and Lovers a Day by Kuko. So it's really there's also violin and stuff like Merry-Go-Round of Life from House and Castle. So it's just it's like you said, it's a lot of everything.
Mm-hmm.
I also listen to a lot of Wilbur because he makes the feels hit hard. So
I haven't really listened to any Wilbur. I'll have to do that. But I wanted to ask quickly. So I think we should go around and say, starting with you, Chip, what's your favorite song right now?
Right now?
Yes.
Probably Kuko Lovers a Day. Like currently,
Okay.
like this that is my favorite song changes all the time.
What about you, Red?
Well, I have a favorite song altogether. I think I'm like Chip. I have a favorite song altogether, and then I have a favorite song like depending on my mood. Altogether, my favorite song is Childish Gambino Redbone. I don't know why.
That is a good song.
It's just such a good song in my opinion, and I just love it. And I'd say at the moment, like I've been binging a song called Drive by OTR. It's a very relaxing, chill song that I mainly like listening to when I'm driving, when it's like pretty warm out with the sun down. Literally like the name of the song. It's definitely a good song to listen to if you are just wanting to chill out.
Well, for me, I'm kind of split between two favorite songs right now. I'd have to do it between Giant Steps by John Coltrane and If This Is It by Huey Lewis and the News. So a little bit of jazz and a little bit of whatever you consider Huey Lewis and the News.
Because Red said two favorite songs. Another one of my favorite songs is Body by Mother Mother.
Is there a favorite father?
No, there is not.
I have not listened to any Mother. I've heard that they're very good.
So I have to show Big Guy Wilbur and you Mother.
Favorite podcasts? What about your favorite podcasts?
Well,
okay.
Go on, Chip.
No? Go ahead.
So
it's gonna be really nerdy.
Mine's very controversial, and I don't really care. But my all-time favorite, one that I still listen to, is the Misfits podcast. It's still, in my opinion, one of the funniest podcasts. People give them shit. I don't really care. You can tell they're really progressive, but with really shitty jokes. But I just go.
I used to listen to the Misfits podcast a lot, but then when they switched to Spotify, I haven't really got back into them. But I've been listening to a lot of the Chuckle Sandwich I think that's a pretty cool podcast, and I think all the viewers should go over there and check them out because they're pretty cool.
I like that idea as well. I've also been listening to the Chuckle Sandwich.
I have a little bit, but my all-time favorite podcast is JRWI. It's a D&D podcast, and it's really cool.
Oh, I've listened to a
just
couple
roll
of
with it.
Yeah.
Really, just roll with it. Yeah,
You invited
they
me to the
recently-
server.
Isn't that the one with slime?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. But it's also got Condi, Slimesicle, Weedy, Bisley, and Grizzly.
I'll have to
Mhm.
follow the podcast and listen to it. How many episodes
Grizzly-
do they have?
Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot. It's a D&D podcast, which is Dungeons and Dragons. They recently went through like a revamping and stuff. We should not talk about it on this podcast because it might be triggering for some people.
Okay.
So we're not going to talk about that.
Understandable. Yeah,
But moving
I haven't
on.
followed their podcast much. I don't know much.
Yeah, but yeah, that's one of my favorite podcasts.
Well, that's actually a pretty good topic as well. D&D. I know Chip has. Big guy, have you indulged in D&D at all?
Have I indulged in D&D?
Have
No,
you
I
indulged
not.
in D&D?
Yeah.
I've never played D&D.
Oh.
Have you done anything regarding D&D and like listened, watched?
No, barely.
Oh, we're gonna have a D&D night.
That'd be
That's
fun.
official.
Only in shows where like it's a 10-second clip of people in the basement playing it.
That's not real.
Yeah, that's not actually how it is.
No.
I mean, kind of it can. I had a few D&D sessions that were like that, but definitely
have
Just
not.
explain it was a bunch of nerds.
not
I
always.
said that it was nerdy,
Or is it nerdy?
but I didn't.
Nerdy.
Yeah, I didn't say it was a bunch of nerds. If
I
it was
cons-
us, then it would be a bunch of nerds.
Do you guys consider the word geek and nerd the same? I consider them very
No.
different. I
So
consider
do I.
I consider D&D a geeky thing, not a nerdy. I've always considered
Is
nerdy.
nerd more like, well, I know the square circumference of the sun.
I think nerd is based
Like
off a
Ben
more
Shapiro-esque?
I mean,
Maybe-
nerd is definitely more knowledge based. Geek
And
is
then
more
Sci-fi.
sci-fi fiction based, like that type of knowledge. They have fantasy knowledge, while nerds have common knowledge,
Mhm.
or
Then I am both a nerd and a geek.
sadly same. I try not to be,
Mhm.
but I am.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Really do. Even if you try to change it, it doesn't.
It just doesn't work.
Yeah, I definitely grew the label geek nerd in middle school, and it would not change after that. That's definitely a my fault thing.
Fair. Not to change the topic, but to change the topic. We all have jobs and stuff, so let's talk about that. Red, I think your job is the most interesting. So
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. That's definitely for sure. I work in a funeral home in my hometown. I basically do as as the job states. I run funerals. I don't really run them because I'm not a licensed funeral director, but I'm basically just a funeral director assistant at the moment, which is
Aspiring funeral director.
aspiring.
I don't know about aspiring. I hope to be at least a mortician. That's really what I want to be, but funeral director is also in the same course of mortician. But it's a very interesting job. I will definitely say that. It consists of more things that you would believe what is happening at a funeral home. It involves a bunch of behind the scenes stuff regarding I don't want to get too much in depth with it because I don't want people to get too bothered by it, because it isn't
Mm-hmm.
a job for the easy-minded or the faint of heart. Yeah, that's a better way to put it. Because in some cases it can be very gruesome. I will admit that. I've seen some very messed up things while working there.
Mhm.
Not because of the funeral home, just because of the industry altogether. So yeah, it's a very interesting job. Would I trade it for anything? No, I love my job. It's something different, because for the longest time
It's pretty unique.
it is. It's not
It
the
really
same ever. different every day, and that's very different compared to other jobs.
Yeah.
Chip,
Well,
you
I'm
work.
glad you found
Where
a
do you
use to your
work?
job. I am a
Or what do
cart
you
pusher
work in?
at a Walmart. The most boring, tear-jerking job to come. The most boring, psychological, just it is the worst job. If you ever have the chance when you're a kid to become a cart pusher, don't do it unless it's the last option. Trust me. Don't. Just it's not worth it.
I
Unless
bet.
you like well, it might just not be good for me. Now I think about it.
I actually had a friend in my old dean that specifically wanted a job as a cart pusher at our local Walmart
Oh
because
god.
he knew that it isn't. Well, he thought, I don't know if it is, thought it wasn't that hard of a job because you're literally
Oh,
just pushing carts back in. But even though there's probably more to do than that.
it really is. I hate parking lots now. I mean, I've always had a dislike for them, but now I despise parking lots.
What?
If I look at a parking lot, I get angry and start to
Hold
beat
up.
the ground.
Why did you hate at before you worked as a card pusher? Why did you hate parking lots?
They
Damn
incite
parking.
so much anger in me.
But
Most
why?
stupid people don't know how to drive, and so like you'll be like just walking there, and some guy will just like not look behind him and start to pull out of the fucking the spot. And I'm just sitting there like, bruh, all right, fine, I'll just jump back 5 steps. I don't get hit by your car, asshole. Ugh. And it's even
True.
worse when you have carts. Because then you have to pull back the carts with you when the people don't pay attention. I hate parking lots.
Yeah, they aren't my favorite thing, mainly just
Mm.
because people aren't the brightest while they're in.
No, they're so no offense to people, but offense to people. You're stupid. Look where you're going. There's
I-
people walking and there's people working.
I can
Like,
also
please.
understand why people don't like them in the sense of driving
Mhm.
because sometimes they can be very overwhelming parking lots depending
Yeah.
on how where you are, what place you're at. It
There's
just
a lot of lights and people.
exactly. If
And
if
it's
you're
just
in like a big town, or not really a big town, but if you're going to say Walmart during like rush hour, it's going to be
unlike
very unlike 9 in the morning when I usually go because no one's up at 9 in the morning.
that's debatable. I've
It depends
seen
on the day.
if you're going okay, so say it's Super Bowl Sunday, because Sundays are busy usually because they're like the day that most people are off. They're getting back from like wherever they're going. They don't have jobs on that day. Um, and so they go to the grocery store. But the problem is that everybody does it on a Sunday. And Super Bowl Sunday, not only the people that watched football were there, getting stuff there, but also the people that didn't watch were still going because it was a Sunday. Needless to say, I now hate parking lots, carts, and Sundays. So
It's gone full circle.
Just came around. Yeah, I
so
definitely do agree with the whole Sunday thing. It's definitely a day that is free for a lot of people. And it's again a lot more free. I hate to bring this into it, but it's definitely a reason. Again, a lot more free because people also just aren't as religious anymore. Don't go to church on Sunday. So it's super open.
It's also because of COVID and people can't go to church.
That too.
that too, because a lot of elderly people, like those are mainly the people that are going to church still, because like that's how they were raised and stuff. That you have to worship like this. You know what? Yeah, that you have to worship something, and that's what they worship. So yeah,
Hmm.
they still go. Big guy, your job. We never talked about that. My baby boy with your hair soup when you go to work.
I work at a furniture store as a warehouse worker. So I basically pull stuff off the floor when it's sold, load and unload semi trucks, and Saturdays and Sundays I help load furniture into people's cars and trucks. And that's the majority of what I do. It's very boring.
I'm not gonna lie. To be completely honest, if I was not going to school, that would definitely be like my just
Honestly,
Really.
that
me
sounds
too.
like the life in my
because you
just
also get to build stuff, right?
No, we don't build stuff anymore.
Oh,
So it's
Well,
really boring. Well,
manual
I should
labor has
say that
always
we
been a
build
big thing. I like manual.
anything that goes out on the floor we have to build, but if there's a customer product, we don't build it unless they
oh,
actually pay for it. So we don't build that much.
oh, okay.
Manual. I don't know about you guys, but I personally love manual labor.
Mm,
Say like a computer job,
yes.
because I'm already on my computer about 9 hours. I'd rather not be on it for hours doing something I don't want to do. Let
Yeah.
alone being on the computer doing something that I somewhat want.
Exactly. I definitely feel that. Can you believe I used to want to be a financial manager?
Money.
Funny.
Mm. Yeah, there is a lot of money in it, but I could not do like the accounting part. I could not. My brain couldn't process sitting at a computer for that long. Like
If you
even
can count to 10, you can do anything. Actually, if you
no,
can count to 5, probably.
no. But okay. Um, the amount of math classes I've taken would dispute that. But go off, bestie.
Go off, I
Um,
guess.
hmm,
Well, that's actually a pretty good topic. Uh,
how many math classes you've taken?
Alexa, be quiet.
Shut up, Alexa.
I haven't connected my Alexa to the internet yet ever since I moved in. It's been sitting on my dresser. So every now and then it'll turn on and be like, "You still need to connect to the internet." I'm like, "Yes, I know. I'm just don't want to do it right."
Exactly.
But back to what I was saying. You were saying that you wanted to be a financial manager when you were
Uh,
younger.
yeah.
So I like that. Big guy, what did you want to be when
There,
or what do you
well,
still
define
want to be?
younger, because I've switched a lot.
Um Probably when it was something reasonable, not like an astronaut, but like an
So
astronaut.
probably around between 6th and 7th grade, I went on a cruise
No.
to Grand Cayman and Jamaica. And at that point, after that, I wanted to be a cruise ship driver.
Hang on. Big guy rich, eat big guy yum.
It was on Carnival.
Oh, okay.
That's not a rich cruise line.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
it was
that's
with our extended family, but it was really fun. We went jet skiing and snorkeling, and we actually went zip lining in Jamaica.
Oh. Zip
Yeah.
lining, eh? Tell me
Hmm.
what else you did so I can list your crimes for when we eat the rich.
My God.
I've actually been ziplining. It's pretty fun.
Hmm.
I bet you did it over like a. What did you do it over? I did it over a lake.
We did over like cliffs and stuff.
Yeah, I assumed
I've
yours
been
would be over cliff.
I've been zip lining too.
How was that for you?
I set up a laundry line in my backyard. Well, we used to have like a wire in our backyard, and when I was like a kid, we would take sticks and like just lift our feet up and go down that. It was pretty fun. But one time I fell on my ass and I like left. The breath was knocked out of me, so I was like, yeah. After that, I didn't do it
Dude,
anymore because I
that's literally what happened to me when I was zip lining in Jamaica. I freaking okay. He said jump on this line, and I jumped too early, so my ass hit the ground, and it fucking knocked the wind out of me.
Your ass hit the ground. Your dumpy
Yeah.
toothpick lost all the air.
Eek. Well,
But to circle
when
back to like what I wanted to do now as a career, I'm kind of undecided. I kind of want to go into game development, but honestly, if and that is a very small if the Twitch does take off, I'd probably do that
Hmm.
instead because I actually enjoy that.
that's true.
Yeah.
I've always this is my own personal opinion about the whole Twitch as a job thing. I don't think Twitch should ever be someone's job. It should definitely, if you are at a point where you can use it to make a good financial income, then yeah, I'd say definitely do it. But you should always have a backup plan. Like
Ye-
at least like a part-time job that you work like maybe 10 hours a week at. And if
Unless you
you
get canceled.
canceled, because then well, if anything happens to your Twitch, like if you just start dying off altogether, like some of these old YouTubers,
Like let's just take a look at something relevant. Again, not meant to trigger anyone, but if you are triggered easily by like internet drama and stuff, just like skip ahead maybe like 30 seconds. Let's look at just one person. Call me Carson.
Yeah.
Call me Carson. Shane Dawson. Those two people, it took their careers 2 minutes. 2 minutes to plummet.
To be eaten by the dogs.
Pretty much. But this can go
And they
good
don't have
for
any
a lot of
backup
people as
plans, but I
well.
think Carson's set.
Yeah,
Yeah,
multiple
definitely.
people as well that have been canceled here in the past while have had been on YouTube or Twitch long enough to be set for a good while. For
Yeah.
instance, Carson, like you said, Shane Dawson. Shane's been on YouTube for a decade.
Longer than that.
He's been on since like the beginning, so he's definitely set, no matter what happens to him.
And he also, released makeup and shit.
I don't know if you guys know of him, but Mini Lad,
Yeah, no, he's set.
he's probably really set, even though he still makes YouTube videos. Surprisingly,
I don't know why. Why
I
hasn't
don't
he
know.
given up already?
because people still like him. I felt so bad. I had 2 of his YouTubes, and it pissed me off because the drama came out after I bought his giraffe one, and I was like, "You gotta be kidding me!" So now they're in a storage container in my closet. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Who else? There's definitely been a large amount of people, but it's just an example saying that they're set in a way that they had a backup plan. Well, they probably didn't, but they got to the point where YouTube was their backup plan because they made so much off of it that they would just be set.
Yeah. To bring us to a stopping point really quick. If we ever get canceled and you look back on this episode and you still like us, if we were canceled for good reason, please don't interact with us. You will look like an asshole. If we are assholes and that's who you associate with, don't. Trust me. If you still like someone even after like all this shit has come out, I mean that's fine, but please don't like go out like and publicly support them and be like, "Hey, no, they didn't do anything wrong," even if there's proof. Because if there's proof, they're still human. They are human and they can make mistakes. You cannot like baby them and think that, hey, they're not wrong or anything just because they make funny voices on the internet. That's not right. So with that, final thoughts.
I think I think that's a perfect way to put it. And I also think that is a perfect way that we can end this podcast right there.
If we get canceled, don't fuck with us.
Don't fuck with us. We're done.
Don't donate. If we're still making videos, tell us to fuck off and stop.
Rose to the dogs. Unsub. Do something. Report me.
Do something. Fucking report us on Instagram.
If it's just stupid Twitter cancellation shit,
Then
just ignore it.
Ignore it. But
Fuck
if we
Twitter.
do some really fucked up shit, throw us to the dogs. Delete us off the internet.
That is very true. Well,
Bully us into submission.
for that case, then I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. I think we're all ready. We're about to go hop into our first 12-hour stream. If you guys did pop by and you were in the stream and you actually made it through all the way through this podcast, comment. What should they comment, guys?
Burp.
Comment burp.
Yeah, we should have had a keyword at that like middle of the podcast because people could just skip to the end and do it. But we can do that next time, Mom.
Next
They
time
should
on
do
the No Name
Podcast.
what, Chip?
Yeah, either way, if you made it this far and you watched the stream, put burp in the comments. If you want to be featured in the next podcast as our review, put a comment down. Give us a zany little comment.
Discord.
Rated
We have
5
Discord
stars on
link
YouTube. Bye. And then your name.
And then your
Like the-
name and whatever comment you want with it. You can find all our socials in the description. You can also find Chips and I's Discords also in the description. Other than that, I think that's all I have to say. How about you guys? What else you got?
I'm hyped for the stream.
I am as well. Well, I think that's all we got. We're gonna go ahead and head on out of here. See you later,
Wait.
gamers. What?
Wait.
What?
I'm done.
Oh, awesome. We'll talk to you guys later. We'll see you in the next podcast. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. This has been the No Name Podcast. Adios, guys.
Hola.
Adios.